You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that somehow the dots will connect in your future. This is Christopher Connors. Thank you so much, as always, for inviting me into your email inbox, and welcome to the May edition of the Live Boldly newsletter. I started out with the words of Steve Jobs from the 2005 Stanford University commencement address, signature a moment in that address, which has now gone down as one of the more famous speeches in history. And it's so powerful because Steve Jobs, I think in the eyes of many, was not necessarily known as a man of God or a man of deep faith, but imbued in that speech was the way that he truly felt. And it gave a great insight into his vision of how he ran the company Apple and the way that he looked at his life. And I start out talking about faith for today's video to give a little bit more detail on what will be the first chapter of my upcoming book on values. And I start specifically with faith because for me, it is the foundation of my value structure, and it's the way that I have helped to make sense of my life. I start out in the book telling the real life story of Sylvester Stallone, which I'll tease that for now and encourage you as the book comes out to read more about it and how he made sense of his life. But so many of my role models and so much of the way that I look back at my life and try and understand how I've arrived to be the man I am today is because of the belief that I've had in myself, the belief I've put in others, my family, friends, and people close to me who I've trusted and who have helped to guide me along the way. And last but not least, my belief in God, which is a very big part of my life. But my point in the book is this. You have to trust, as Steve Jobs said, in something. You have to live by faith to get what you want in life, to be happy and to be at peace with yourself. Everything, as Napoleon Hill once said, begins with a thought, begins with an idea. That when you have an enthusiasm, a burning fire and passion, a desire that you then back that idea with, but last, you have to believe in it, and you have to believe in yourself. So I'll talk a little bit more about that in my chapter on faith for the book. And I invite you, as we approach summer here, to think conceptually, think a little bit more about faith. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a dogmatic way or in the way that you make sense of your religious beliefs, but how you believe in yourself and the way that that colors your perception of yourself and how the outside world sees you. Think about faith, and that's my message for the Live Boldly newsletter for the month of May. I continue to urge you to stay on the lookout. There will be more news coming for my new book on values, which will be out in August. Thank you so much, as always, for your support. Enjoy the beach, get out in the sun, and have a great time. And I look forward to seeing you again in a couple weeks. Thank you.